Hey guys, the concept of this video is I just spent a bunch of money on groceries for a video and have plans of spending more money on special groceries for upcoming videos. So in the in-between time, we're gonna do a little challenge where I force myself to go as long as possible without buying groceries so that I use up what I already have to save money, but also to make room to free up space in the kitchen because I had a lot of stuff in the pantry and I had a lot of stuff in the freezer that I wasn't really getting to, you know, because I wasn't being forced to. That's basically what this video is, just me forcing myself to get a little creative and make decent meals out of what I already have. And then there's also a grocery haul later in the video when I finally did need to get groceries. So first for this video, we're going to be making an apple cinnamon smoothie using up the end of the bag of frozen banana that I had and the end of a bag of frozen green apple that I had. Also, these are some coconut cubes, which is just canned coconut milk leftovers that I froze in an ice tray to make easier for cooking and smoothies and such. I used to not like the idea of apple in a smoothie because I felt like it would make the smoothie gritty, but I have since learned ways to combat that. Basically just using a lot of frozen ingredients and also creamy ingredients to make the consistency better. I only put water in my smoothies, but like in this smoothie, for example, I added cashew butter, the coconut milk ice cubes, and also the oat flour. So that makes for like a very creamy, like coconut oat cashew milk smoothie. Also the apple is frozen, the bananas are frozen, I add ice, frozen coconut milk, you know, so all of that makes for a nice smoothie consistency, not a nothing gritty here. I really like it. I also like to add greens to a lot of my smoothies, but I think it's fun here to make it look more like a green apple smoothie. You know, sometimes you just gotta have a little fun in life. Appreciate the small things, you know? So now we're gonna get very unaesthetic and use up this canned chickpea dish that I had that I'd literally been saving for like a special time. You know, I was excited to open up my little can of seasoned chickpeas, or I don't even know what they were. I got them at Grocery Outlet and now I see why they were at Grocery Outlet, because they were not good. They tasted extremely canned, if you know what I mean. So here I added some leftover red onion that I had in the fridge. I ripped it up with my bare hands and I put some olive oil and some frozen garlic that I had, some tomato paste, I added kale. I also added some frozen lemon cubes in my video that I posted in January where I was like prepping produce and stuff. I froze some cubes of lemon juice so that when I don't have any fresh lemons but I want to add some lemon to something, I can. And I think the lemon helped a lot to add a little brightness and like a freshness of some sort, you know what I mean? I also added some nutritional yeast and ate it with some toasted buttered bread. Just dipped it like that, and that ended up being a enjoyable meal. Obviously very much better than what it tasted like out the can. We are going to recreate a smoothie that I made yesterday. That was good, but I want to make it better. I don't have any milk though. Well, we'll try it without milk. Okay, I am out of bananas, and I was yesterday, and I was thinking I was gonna end up with a subpar smoothie because of it, but no. These are my frozen orange slices from my last video. I did overfill the bag a little, so they are like kind of frozen together, but it's not that bad. But yeah, I probably should have cut them up and froze them in chunks because the blender did need a little help. Okay, we're putting like a whole orange worth in there. And then we're gonna put some coconut cubes. I'm gonna put 4. I'm gonna put 5. 4? Is this 4? I'm gonna put 4. Yeah, let's just finish it. So it's like an oranges and cream smoothie, and it was good yesterday, but I wanted more orange flavor, so I'm gonna put, would the zest be good? I'm gonna put a cube with some zest and juice in it, and then also a cube with juice, just juice. I'm gonna also put a little bit of frozen lemon juice too, for like a little more tart. I just warmed up some water in here. It's not like boiling or anything, I just warmed it up. Yesterday I had a hard time blending this, so maybe I should just blend it a little bit now to like get it started with the warm water and then add the rest of it. Because I don't really want to mix the warm water with like the protein powder, if that makes sense. That just seems wrong. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, it smells so orangey. Some protein powder. But I think this also like helped to make it more like oranges and cream because of the vanilla flavor. I'm gonna put a little oat flour and cashew butter. I'm gonna add more water. I fear I watered it down too much. It smells really good though. Oh my gosh. It's so good. And no banana. Not to hate on banana, but you know. It's really good and it really tastes like oranges and cream. I'm so glad I forced myself to make different kinds of smoothies. If I was just making this a treat, I would take out the protein powder and I would put oat milk, no oat flour, and then it'd be even more delicious, but this is really good. I just rinsed the blender out and now we're gonna make some oat milk because that's what I'm trying to do right now as to save money because I have these oats. I always just try to have oats because it's a good thing. You know, you could do so many things with oats, but like I'm just not eating them and oat milk is pretty easy to make, so I'm like, I'm just gonna make oat milk for now, for the foreseeable future. I just made like a small amount and finished it and it was pretty good. It was definitely nothing special, but it was good enough, you know? But I had some trouble because I put it through cheesecloth and it went through really easily, but then like the cheesecloth was a nightmare to clean. I don't know, I'm gonna try it without the cheesecloth today and see how much I can strain out with just my sieve. Also, I don't know how much to put because I keep seeing people do completely different ratios. So I just don't know, but I think it's better to do like a smaller amount and then you can always add water, you know? But right now I'm gonna try a cup to 3 cups. Yeah, let's just try it. The last time I did a half cup to 3 cups, I think, so. 1, 2. This is really so good. It's delicious. I used to not really want to put orange slices in my smoothies because I thought it would end up, all the white stuff would be too gross, you know? But I think as long as you use a lot of frozen stuff and if it's still like kind of textured, add some ice. A small pinch of salt, a little bit of agave. Okay, I did 60 seconds at the medium level for a Vitamix, which is... I also have this. I don't really know where this came from. What the heck, I have this. Will it even go through that though? Let's find out. Oh my gosh, it like fits over this. What the hell's wrong with me? Hey, what the heck? I didn't know we had that thing. It's gonna be kind of slow though. And I heard that you shouldn't really like squeeze the bag. You shouldn't really like, you know, push it too much. Just pour it through the sieve and don't like mess with it, you know? Because the more you mess with it, the more like slimy it gets. But this is pretty slow. So like it's already pretty like clogged. So I'm wondering if maybe I should put it through this first and then do that. Maybe that would be good. This could get the bigger chunks out. Oh yeah, that got a lot out. Okay, I think I found my method. Yeah, so... Look at that bubble. What the hell? It's the oat titty. It's the oat nipple. Like, you can tell there's still like a lot of particles, but less. I'm just gonna dunk this through this, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this out. It's still pretty slow though. Like it just stops and like barely drips through, like so slow. No, I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. It's just not even like moving. Okay, I'm just gonna do the cheesecloth. The cheesecloth, it went through it so fast. You see that? A continuous flow. I feel like for all this work, I'm gonna get like so little oat milk. Right now, I don't even have 2 cups yet. I don't know, I made some mistakes today. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. I don't know. But it's literally 2 cups. 2 cups. Like, it just doesn't taste like... What do they put in the store-bought ones? I put a little more agave and I put some vanilla. Now let's try it. Again. It actually does taste better. Watered down a little, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I wondered if I should like try toasting the oats or something. But whatever, we're gonna make a matcha. I know like store-bought oat milks, they have like they have oil in them. A lot of them have like sunflower oil or whatever. I was like, should I try doing that? But like, I don't know if it's a special process. Like it just feels really wrong to just put obviously like some oil, some like vegetable oil in the blender. Usually when people are trying to make their oat milk at home, they're like, you know, health freaks, which no hate, but just saying, usually it's because they're like, I want to know exactly what's going in my oat milk. I don't want to buy the store-bought oat milks because they have all these gums and blah blah blah, you know. So like, I'm not doing it for that reason. I don't care about the gums. I don't care. I love gum, you know, but it's because of I'm trying to not be spending $4 on my oat milk. Also, it's just good to like make things from scratch sometimes, to know things and whatever. Yeah, because the other day when I made a matcha latte with my homemade oat milk, you could just tell that it was homemade oat milk, you know, like you could just tell that it tasted healthy, which is kind of cool, you know. That's kind of cool. January vibes. But it was just like, I just would like to know how to make the oat milk at home. Homemade oat milk. You know the crab likes money. You know the sponge likes fun. I can't. I gotta get off the internet. It's good, but it just tastes like not as creamy as it should, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna work on trying to make it a little bit creamier. Like, it's creamy enough, but for how much milk I put in here, it should be creamier, you know? If I don't compare it, it's better. And I think I am getting a little bit of the sliminess, but it's not too bad. So I desperately need to make chickpea salad because I have the ingredients they need to be used. I got chickpeas, because then I can use my pickled onions and pickled green beans in it. I have some dill that is miraculously not bad yet, so I can use that. Mayonnaise, mustard. I'll also use some pickled pickle, some pickles, some pickled cucumber. I really need to change the water, so hopefully these are okay. But I have some celery that's been in this cup. I was gonna go to the grocery store today. Like, I was like, oh, I really have to go now. Like, finally, like, I have to go. Because every day, like, when I'm doing this, like, trying to avoid going to the grocery store until it's absolutely necessary, each day I'm like, okay, what about today? Like, will I have 3 meals today? That sounds really sad. It's not like that. Yesterday, I was like, okay, so tomorrow, like, will I have 3 meals to make? And I'm talking, like, decent meals. Like, obviously, I could find something to eat, but like a decent meal, like a fruit and a vegetable, you know? And I was like, no, I think I finally have to go to the store. But then I was like, no, because I thought I needed like blueberries and bananas to make a smoothie. But then I was like, well, no, because I made that oranges and cream smoothie with just oranges as my fruit. And that was really good. Like, I didn't even need banana or whatever. And then I was like, I don't have any vegetables for like making dinner or lunch. And I was like, no, because I can finally make this freaking chickpea salad. I can use the celery, I can use my pickled veggies, and then I have a small slice of tomato somewhere in the fridge that hopefully is still good. Chickpeas. It's about 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise per cup of chickpeas. I mean, can of chickpeas. It looks like a lot of mayonnaise, but I'm gonna add a lot of stuff to it. Okay, paprika, pepper, some of these freeze-dried chives that I have. Frozen garlic. Break off some. Oh, it's sticky. It's getting sticky. I'm just putting all the like condiments and stuff in now so they mix into the chickpeas. Mustard. Love hot sauce in my chickpea salad. Okay. I have not made this in actually so long. Celery. Now I'm gonna do pickled veggies. See, I was like, I don't have any vegetables. Psych, I have pickled vegetables, and those are pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna chop them like those Italian sandwich videos. We need the dill. Oh, you know what? You know what? My bad. It is bad. Honestly, I could just grab some dill from the freaking pickle. Can I not? There's a lot of dill in this one. Why is the lighting gotta be like this, guys? I don't have crackers, but I have pretzel. Maybe a little too mayonnaise-y. It's very pickly and it's spicy. It's like pickled chickpea. Pickle pea chalamet. Okay, girlies, we're gonna make a sandwich. And then, like I said, I have some tomato. Is it still good? I need to freeze some of this. It's so much kale. It's starting to smell a little. I'm gonna crush it up. I was gonna put it down first, but I think maybe it'd be good if I put down some chickpea for glue. Everything is glue. You guys remember that Jenna Marbles video? And then throw down my kale. And yeah, that's a lot of kale. You know I had to do it to them. Shigby Chalamet. I'm so sorry. Loaded. Tomato on there. Ah. Okay. It's a sandwich that I'm gonna have right now. Very crunchy, acidic, and fresh. I have my oat milk pulp, which is it's actually quite liquidy because I didn't want to take all this liquid because it'd be like slimy, so I just threw it all together. I saw someone say to add it to your pancake batter. So I have this, which I love a lot, and I have this, which I also love a lot, and I don't know what to have for dinner. So I thought, let's just have a little waffle moment. I'm just gonna go based off of, you know, what's it called? Vibes. No, add some water to this. Stir it. Yeah, this stuff is so nasty because it's so slimy, so like, pancake batter seems like a good thing to use it for, you know? It smells like oatmeal. I might want to put a little extra baking soda. I want to look at it. Whoa. It doesn't look that good. Okay, I'm gonna put some more mix in here. Oh, look at that clump. Girl, look at that clump. Girl, look at that clump. Girl, look at that clump. I undermixed. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Some more of this. Oops. Some water. Hold on, are you done yet? Oh, what the heck? Okay, it's a little thin. I'm gonna add more next time. It's so strange. I kind of just want to move on. Get out. Get out! It's strange. But it looks kind of cooked. I mean, it just looks like oaty. It looks oatmeal-y. It's very like wet inside, but it's kind of good. It's like fried oatmeal. Whoa, I think that looks good. It's still pretty like wet though. I'm wondering if I want to put more mix or just keep going. Now it's definitely more like a waffle, but it has like a graininess to it. It reminds me of something, but I don't know what. They got progressively more waffle-like as I went, because I cooked them longer and longer, and they were better after I added like more batter, obviously. I guess I got 5 waffles out of it, but the first one was not much at all. So yeah, they're waffles. I'm gonna put the softer ones away for tomorrow because I could pop them in the air fryer or the toaster to make them more crisp. And then right now I'm gonna eat the most fresh ones. They're not as crispy as normal because they have so much moisture in them. That's also my bad because my oat pulp was so wet, you know? Well, I guess I'll just brush this butter on them. And I'm gonna put some cinnamon. Syrup. I love how I'm using real maple syrup in like a budget video, but these are actually those pull apart waffles, so I really could have just like pulled them apart. I can't eat this while like standing. They're pretty good. They taste like a healthier waffle, like a multi-grain kind of waffle or something. I just want to show that I am going to dump this whole bag of kale into this bowl. I'm gonna separate it out. I'm gonna freeze half of my kale and pick out the bad pieces and then put the fresh ones in here. And then I'm also gonna go through my spinach and get out any nasty ones. I hate greens in bags. I hate them in bags. I feel like they go bad so much worse and you can't like see everything, you know? Because I like to use kale for fresh stuff sometimes, like in sandwiches, and then I want frozen kale for like cooking or I guess smoothies, although I don't prefer kale in smoothies. Okay, I just finished. This is all that I'm throwing away. It looks like more than it actually is. It's not that much, but it was a huge bag from Grocery Outlet, so that's why it's kind of went bad a little bit fast. I tried to pick out the bigger pieces and the pieces that looked better, you know, for staying fresh in this container, and I put some paper towels in there. This is like the smaller pieces or anything that was kind of looked like it might start going bad faster, and I like ripped them up into little pieces to freeze so I can just kind of like sprinkle them into stuff. So these are for cooking and smoothies, and then these are for anything that I want to keep them fresh for, like sandwiches. Anytime you want them to be like crunchy, you know, or if I happen to make some sort of salad or something, which I probably won't, but they should stay good longer now that they're like separated. So yeah, now I have greens rich. Okay, on to the next dinner that I had during this period of time. Edamame with grilled cheese. This is actually something that I make sometimes when I am craving a grilled cheese, but I want like an actual more well-rounded meal. I know like I could put some protein in the sandwich, but I don't want that. You see, I want a grilled cheese. And then I also like to have frozen edamame in the house because it's an easy side or snack or whatever that you can just microwave. So I just started doing this. When I want a grilled cheese, I'm like, I'm just gonna have edamame on the side, and then it's a nice little meal, and it's very snacky. It's kind of girl dinner-esque. I had to buy different cheeses for the viral foods videos, so I just kind of had a bunch of cheese. So I'm actually kind of using more vegan cheese in this video than usual, which is kind of funny because it's supposed to be like a budget video. And I've discovered, because if you feel like edamame and grilled cheese don't go with each other, like they don't pair well, so this is the way that I've discovered to tie them into each other, is making a chili oil kimchi grilled cheese, and then I put the same chili oil on my edamame, so it feels like there's a kinship between them, you know? Also, I discovered that I really like kimchi grilled cheese. The kimchi and the chili oil, I feel like they add an extra like moisture to the sandwich that may make the cheese melt better, okay? Also, it's just like really flavorful and good. And on my edamame, I put the chili oil, I put sesame oil, and I put the Japanese barbecue sauce, and that's a really, really good combination. And I make the grilled cheese in the air fryer. It works really well for me. I might have microwaved it first a little bit though to make sure that the cheese gets started, you know, because it can just kind of like dry out in the air fryer, honestly. And this is sourdough from my aunt. Shout out my Aunt Tammy. It was really good sourdough, and it made the most amazing grilled cheese. I had some leftover biscuits, like canned biscuits, and I need to use them, so I put 3 different combinations of the vegan cheese that I have around in them, because I don't know what to eat, okay? I want to do different combinations of things in them. I think this one I'm just going to do pepper and some pre-minced garlic, which I don't know if it's weird to put garlic like this in a biscuit, but I'm gonna do it, okay? Okay, garlic and pepper. I was obsessed with the kimchi chili oil grilled cheese I made the other day. That was so freaking good. So I'm gonna do more of that. Also, I think putting something wet in there helps the cheese like melt, you know? Just gonna spread that around. It'd be cool if I had green onion to throw in here. And then the last one, I was gonna maybe do hot sauce, but then I kind of have 2 spicy ones and I don't know if I want that. I'll just do a little. I'm gonna do a little hot sauce. Some dried chives. Sprinkle those on this one. Sure. Mushroom seasoning. I don't know. I'm feeling fun today. Paprika on the hot sauce one. And onion. Garlic. Cheesy biscuits. And then I need something to go on the side for like protein. So I have some lentils. Throw some stuff in there, make it like a little soup. I'm really enjoying my little lentil side dishes. It's not bad. And it's so easy. I'm just gonna put some like oil and seasonings in here. Greens. Okay, they kind of seem like they cooked weird. I just kept cooking them, but I think they're cooked. I mean, they're like brown. Okay, I don't even know which one's which. Okay, this looks like the one with cheddar and some hot sauce. This It's good though. Chives and garlic. I like the garlic. And then the kimchi one. That's really good. The kimchi one is the most interesting. I would like to do it again. Maybe just a little bit of kimchi and then a little bit of garlic. Because I like the garlic in there and I like the kimchi. This is my little soup, my little lentil soup. It's actually very good. It came out really good. Chicken bouillon powder, some of my frozen lemon cubes, nutritional yeast. I also added some instant potatoes, mashed potato to make it thicker. And that's my meal. Woo! Okay, so I talked about the red lentil dishes like you guys know what I'm talking about. And I don't know if I made that up or if you guys actually do know what I'm talking about. So let me know if I did talk about them in a previous video. But basically, I had a jar of red lentils in the pantry that I was not touching. You know, I just was not. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just never would think to use them. But I had a limited amount of options for proteins in the house. Proteins in the house. So I had to use the red lentils and I really enjoyed them. I'm changed now. Now I'm like, I gotta go get more red lentils. Yeah, I ate them as like a little side dish often and that was nice. But then tonight, this night, I wanted to have pasta. So I thought, why don't I try to make a red lentil sauce, but without blending it? Because I know you can blend them into sauces. People do that all the time. But I thought, let's just see how it is without blending it, okay? We can spare a dish, spare a blender to clean. So I know this looks really weird, okay? It's coconut cubes, lemon cubes, vegan cheese, and kale. And I was just melting it all together. That was my sauce. Might have also added some garlic, probably, or something, maybe seasonings. So once that all melted together, it was a nice little creamy something or other. And then I added my pasta to it. I don't know why I stopped filming, you guys. I just don't know. Maybe I was hungry. Then I just started scooping the lentils in there after they were done cooking and like very soft, very smooth, you know? I just kept scooping the lentils in there and it was like they just melted into the sauce so well. You really don't have to blend it. If you want it to be super smooth, yes, of course. But like, I enjoyed it perfectly fine. Like I was like, what the? This has been an option for me all this time and I never made it. It was really good. So another thing that I was forced to eat during this period of time is these sweet potatoes that I had laying on the counter for the longest time that I just was not eating because every time I wanted to have them, I'd be like, I don't want to wait an hour though. So then I just wouldn't. I've seen a lot of posts of people being like, here's how to bake these sweet potatoes the Japanese way to make them super creamy and custardy and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I didn't exactly do that. I just felt too lazy and I just baked them the same way that I used to bake like the orange yams. Basically just baking it at 420 for about an hour or a little less if it's a smaller sweet potato. And then you just turn it off and leave it in the oven without opening the door for 30 minutes. So it steams in there. Oh, it's so good. And I mean, they were amazing to me. I thought they were delicious and I would just like sit there and nibble on it. And it was just like a wonderful little snack, but kind of a big snack. Grocery haul time. I only spent like this looks like it's my skin. I love Aldi because I only spent $32 and I got all this stuff. And these are heavy bags. Let's start with frozen stuff. I got frozen blueberries, which I really debated on because I could have gone longer without them, but berries are healthy. I feel like I've gone long enough. I've been forced to be creative enough. I got some green onions. Partially I want them and I bought some ramen today, but also because I have more viral foods that I need to film and I want green onions for one thing. Frozen veggies for the ramen. I'm glad that I forced myself because that was part like my go-to quick and lazy meals is ramen. You know, ramen or like asha noodles, which are just like a healthier ramen noodle. And that's great to have those, you know, meals that you can just easily make so that you eat food. But I was becoming way too reliant on those foods and not utilizing the other things in the pantry that I have, you know? So this was good, okay? It's good to like force yourself sometimes, but now I'm like, I think I can allow myself ramen again. I got some onions. Aldi only sells them in like bags like this, so I was forced to get a pack of 8 onions. I just kind of wish you could buy like a pack of like mixed onions, you know? They never do that, but that would be really awesome if I could get like, I like to have like one of each kind of onion, you know? I don't really want like 24 onions, you know? So it'd be nice if they sold them in a pack with yellow, white, and purple or red onions. I got some soy milk for a viral food that I need to make, which is kind of funny. Like I'm like forcing myself to not buy oat milk, but then I buy soy milk. To be fair, it's pretty cheap at Aldi. Okay, second bag. I got these. I really debated between, they have asha noodles at Aldi, and I really was like, I kind of wanted to get both of them, but I didn't because I knew I'm trying to force myself, okay, to eat different things and to cook. I got a couple things for my dog. I also got these. Okay, I was really mad because part of the reason why I went to Aldi was because they always had those chocolate bars that are really cheap and they're vegan. It's just like dark chocolate, but it's actually really good chocolate in my opinion. They were out of all those this time. I was so mad. Like, they didn't even have like the boxes for them. It was just completely gone. So I got some of these Belgian dark chocolate chunks. They were only like $2.99 because I have to make another Dubai chocolate bar. I have more extra filling, a small zucchini. Most of what I got was produce because, you know, that's the challenge, is forcing myself to use what I have, but obviously like at a certain point you run out of produce and have to buy more. Look at how ginormous this cucumber is. Can you even tell? I had to check the label like multiple times because I was like, it is per each, right? Like not per pound. Some bananas, baby carrots. I love having baby carrots for like snack on it. Also, after I eat something that gets stuck in my teeth, I like to have a carrot, and I feel like it kind of like cleans it out for me. Does anyone relate? Also, I like to give them to my dog. They didn't have any kinds of tomatoes other than small tomatoes. 4 different kinds, but not one Roma or beefsteak or heirloom tomato. So that was upsetting, but it's fine. I just wanted some tomatoes for like making sandwiches, like my chickpea salad sandwich. And that's it. But that is like a lot of stuff. The soy milk was only $2.59. Okay, so subtracting the dog food, I spent about $27 on all that. And the most expensive thing by far was the ramen at $6.79. But these are kind of huge. Like the bulldog ramens are very big. I could even rip it in half. I might try to spread these out. I forgot to read. These are supposed to be stir-fried ramen. Is bulldog always stir-fried? Oh, you know what? I didn't know that. I don't know, I don't usually buy these, okay? That's okay. We're just gonna do what we do because, I don't know, I had it in my mind that I was having a soup ramen, so I'm just gonna have a soup ramen, you know what I mean? I don't really think it matters. I'm not gonna use all the flavor packet anyways, it's probably too spicy for me. And I'm going to break it in half. Tofu. Feels like it's been forever. So long that I think I kind of put too much water in here. I'm gonna add some kimchi. It's been so long since I owned green onion. I'm cutting apart this part to put in to like boil with everything. And then the top will be the garnish. Actually, it's spicy. Woo! It's weird to be filming and sitting here. I was like, everybody starts yelling when I start filming. Anyways, I'm gonna make a matcha latte with soy milk. I realized I don't know if I've ever had, at least not that I can remember, a matcha latte with soy milk. Both my little sieve things are dirty, so we're roughing it. I find that it's not a big deal. You just have to like whisk it a little more, you know? You have to put in a little more effort. And if anyone is wondering, why are you making matcha, like ceremonial matcha lattes in like a budget video? You know what? Because I had to buy matcha for making the cracking latte. I wanted to make a matcha cracking latte for my viral foods video, so I bought matcha for that. I think you're supposed to use it within like 30 days of opening. If not for that, I would be like trying to spread it out, and I would be like making more like other tea because I have a lot of other tea to use. But because I opened it, I'm like, I'd rather use it like at its best potential, right? So that's why I'm making matcha lattes even though I got no monies. Hopefully that makes sense. Also, yeah, this is just a good soy milk, so I want to try it. And I'm making it on the table because the rest of the kitchen is dirty. I made white chocolate, vegan white chocolate for the first time today. Yum. Am I right, ladies? Matcha. It's good. I like oat milk better, but it's good. I like it better than other milks. You know, why does everyone hate soy milk? What's the deal with that? Why is it like every coffee shop and boba shop or whatever, if they don't have oat milk, they just have almond milk or coconut milk? You know, it's like, especially for like teas, I feel like soy milk goes so well with tea. But oat milk is always the goat. Oat is the goat. They need to make an oat milk called the goat, but it's like G and then uppercase O-A-T. Okay, so during this time I got Chipotle and I wanted to show you how I eat Chipotle when I'm trying to save money. I get the bowl and I get a tortilla on the side and I make a little burrito with it. I feel like they give you more food total this way, you know? And then usually what I do with the leftovers is I scoop off any guacamole that I can and I put it in a different container with lime juice so it stays good. And then with the other stuff, I add some vegan cheese to it and I melt it. Here I'm doing it in my little oven thing. And then I would eat it with chips and it's like the best meal. But this time I didn't have any chips. So I thought, let's make like a salad or something. And it was definitely not as good, but you know, it worked. Like I said, I saved the guacamole in a different container with some lime, but it was some frozen lime cubes that I had in the freezer, and I didn't realize how much lime juice it was. It was a lot of lime, so much lime juice. So it ended up being this like kind of watery lime avocado liquid. So I added some tahini to it and some olive oil. Well, cause then I was like, now it's like a lime avocado tahini sauce. Like that's pretty cool, right? It wasn't bad. It just was like, whatever, you know, I just was sad that I didn't have chips, honestly. Also, it would have been better if I had more beans. There was too much rice. I feel like Chipotle gives you too much rice. Or not too much rice, but the ratio of rice to beans is not right. And I guess I understand because most people are getting a meat also, so they don't want like a ton of beans, you know? But I'm like, can they give us more beans if we're not getting a meat? Like, I'll take more beans, you know? I guess you could ask for extra beans, but I don't know if I feel greedy doing that. I want to show you my chocolate. This is the old chocolate. This is the new chocolate. It is so good. I think it's mainly the thinner chocolate and the fact that I actually salted it in the bar this time. Like the whole thing is salted. And the white chocolate being added, like delicious. The chocolate even came out really good. Listen, listen. Okay, so I put coconut milk in the filling because, oh my god, so good. Bruh. It's so decadent and good. I added coconut cream to the filling. My thought process was like the pistachio butter that most people were using was like a pistachio cream. It had milk in it, so obviously that's not vegan, so I just got regular pistachio butter. So I thought like, why don't I try to put some coconut cream in there, like from the can, you know? I wasn't thinking that like that would add moisture to it, like water content, you know? So that softened the crunchy stuff, and now it really just tastes like there's coconut in there now. You know, because you're getting the flavor from the coconut, and then this stuff kind of has like consistency of like shredded coconut. I kind of like this, and I like the crunchy about the same. They're just different, you know? It does taste a lot more like rich now. But next time, if I wanted to make the filling more creamy, I wonder if I could just put coconut oil and coconut powder instead of coconut cream itself. If that makes sense, because that would keep it crunchy. On the white chocolate, the recipe I ended up used vegan shortening, but I replaced it with coconut oil and it turned out perfect. It was just cocoa butter, coconut oil, cashew butter, like a small amount of cashew butter, and then powdered sugar and vanilla and salt. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Let me know what's something that you made when you were forced to get creative because you only had limited options of groceries. So you had to make, but you had to eat. So you made something and it was kind of creative because you were forced to be creative. And then was it good or was it bad? Let me know. So I have all this stuff from fruit and veggie trays. This stuff is all from a fresh veggie tray that wasn't even touched. People don't eat enough fruit and vegetables, okay? So go light on the fruit and veggie trays, please, for your parties. But these ones were mostly from a tray that had been like sitting out the whole party, you know? Do whatever you want to do with your life, but I don't really feel comfortable with everyone like breathing on it the whole party and like talking over it, touching it and stuff. So I'm gonna sanitize them. Also to kill any like mold that might be. Strawberries and blueberries, very beautiful. I'm gonna do a vinegar solution.
To start, combine 1 cup of either distilled white vinegar or apple cider vinegar with 4 cups of water.
I feel like this is like wasting. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Stupid. And then when it's done, we pour it in here. Berry vinegar soup. I'm gonna do like 5 minutes and I'm just gonna stir them around like a few times throughout then. Google, can you freeze melon? And
on the website millerplantfarm.com, they say, cut the melon in half, remove seeds and rind. Cut melon into slices, cubes or balls. Pack into containers and cover with syrup or just fill the containers or freezer bags without the syrup.
obviously you can freeze it, but I don't know if the texture will be the same after it's unfrozen if you want to eat it, you know? I don't really want a melon Actually, a melon smoothie. Maybe I'll save the green melon and then do like, you know, how boba places do like melon smoothies or like melon and milk tea or whatever. But first I'm gonna freeze these pineapple chunks. Okay, green melon. I'm just gonna break it up with my hands. Ew, looks freakish. Melon. Okay, so these are done, so I'm gonna go pour it out.
Water.
I'm gonna put them on this towel to dry before I store them, and I'm using a red towel because sometimes the strawberries will bleed, so just be careful. I'll probably honestly cut up all the strawberries because they're just pretty ripe already and like moist, you know, so maybe I won't freeze the blueberries, but then again, what do I want to eat them in? I was gonna say maybe I can make granola, but I don't have oats right now. Now we're gonna do the grapes. Just gonna put them in here. And also, if you didn't know, they continue to ripen, allegedly, so I've heard, when they're on the stem. So if you want them to last longer, you should take them off the stem before you store them. I've noticed a difference personally with that.
All right, 5 minutes. Starting now.
You know what? I'm just gonna, while they're in here, I'm just gonna start taking them off the thing. Okay, I'm gonna pour these on here. Put all these veggies in there. Oh, so they're just gonna float. So maybe there's a little bit too much in here. Is this a science project to find out what fruits and vegetables have the most density? With the lid on to like weigh it down? Would that help? Oh yeah, it does. So here's my green melon. I'm gonna flatten it out just to freeze and try to spread these out so they don't just freeze all stuck together as if they were a tray. As if it was a tray. Like that. Let's spin that salad! You know, you could actually make a game if you're like extremely bored. You guess how much water is gonna come out of it. Like a teaspoon or a tablespoon or a quarter cup. And then you spin that salad and then you measure it. How to get your children excited about eating salad? I'm gonna guess 2 tablespoons. Let's find out. 1 tablespoon? Okay, it's actually more than 2 tablespoons. It's actually just over 3 tablespoons. Wasn't that fun? Okay, I should have stayed at home. 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 I should have stayed. I should have stayed at home. Okay, I'm gonna separate these out because I'm gonna store them separately, you know. Well, I don't really need to dry the carrots, I guess. Oh, I can put the cauliflower in my smoothies. Woo! Woo! They're actually already pretty dry because of the salad spinner. Isn't this fun? I'm gonna freeze the cauliflower in this because I really like putting cauliflower in smoothies now. Maybe I'll put the tomatoes in here. Peanut butter? No. Tomatoes. I'm gonna put the broccoli here, I guess. Maybe I could put the broccoli and the snap peas. That just seems annoying. So I have this dill. I just regrew some mint and I'm gonna try to do the dill the same way before I forget and then it's too late. I already used some of it. I kind of wish I did this right away so I could have picked out the best ones for it, but basically all I did was I picked out the strongest ones and like the ones that have the most hardy stem. So I just ripped off very gently ripped the lower leaves because you're gonna stick it in something like this, so you want the top leaves to like, yeah. Let's do this one. Cut these off. Stick it in. You really don't even need this much. Like, I'm going a little crazy. Also, since these are apparently so healthy, I guess I could put these in smoothies too. But I didn't want to put them with the strawberries because I may want to use the strawberries for something that I don't want greens in. You know, like what if I just want to use them for a little treat? Or could I make tea out of this or something? A strawberry green pesto? Let's put them in there. Okay. I use filtered water for regrowing stuff. I find that it makes me much more successful. I'm sure it depends on like the water in your area. I kind of like weave them in, you know, so they kind of hold each other upright, if that makes sense. Put the bigger ones in first and then you kind of created like a web that the smaller ones can fit into. I really like using a bottle like this because then it's like a fun little bouquet. Bottoms of it are all very like spread out, you know, so you can easily see all of them. And then here's my mint plant, if anyone cares. And it's doing really well so far. I only grew the roots for like a week. And it smells so good. It smells like mint. And I also put it in a mint pot. The mint plant in the mint pot. So, yeah. Gobble up. Strawberries. I love strawberries. Come on. Okay. So cute. They're so cold. Okay, so I have this parsley. Dude, this is so old. Italian parsley that I definitely forgot about. It landed underneath some things in the fridge. It's dry as hell, but I want to see because I have revived some crazy herbs in the past just by putting them in water. I want to see what I can do with this, okay? Because that'd be pretty crazy, but I'm not gonna say impossible. Impossible. So first of all, this rubber band off. LOL. We'll see you guys. I don't know, but we'll see. So we're gonna take off most of the yellow ones and just keep the green ones. Okay, I think I have my best options here. Yes. So sad. Place your bets now. Place your bets now. Will it work? There she is. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. And guess what? She's beautiful. So even if you feel like this parsley, there might still be a chance for you. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I just want to share that I just made a chickpea salad sandwich. I know I wasn't going to show it because I was like, chickpea salad, like I always show chickpea salad. I literally showed it in my last video. But you know, usually I make it with like sourdough, toasted sourdough. I might add some oil, tomato, maybe cheese. But today I made it with my little like soft kind of sweet bread. I added avocado, like half an avocado top and bottom. And it's giving more like egg salad, like those sweet, not sweet, but like semi-sweet like white bread egg salad sandwiches, you know? It's good. I like it as a change. And it's so like soft and like creamy because of the avocado. Just saying. So this is some produce that I need to deal with. We have oranges and then we also have like cuties or whatever they're called. Mandarins. I think I'm gonna freeze the oranges for smoothies and then I want to just peel the mandarins and have them ready for snacking on because otherwise I won't eat them. Delicious. I'm cutting it like so gently because I don't want it to juice everywhere. I want the juice to stay intact as much as possible. Oh, this is a blood orange. If not, something's wrong. It's not the best. It doesn't seem like the best texture, honestly. It tastes like water, kind of, and it's very stringy. So I kind of want to do something else with this. Maybe like try to juice it all and then make ice cubes for my smoothies. So it'll just add a little bit of juice, you know, but I don't want to eat this. Or maybe I could add the juice to like a tea or something, you know? So add a bunch of ice and then add a bunch of green tea and a delicious, and some sweetener. And you have, you know, I would literally have it right now, but I already had quite a bit of tea today. But then at the same time, I'm still considering it. Because you only live once, right? Because this is like not this. I made loose leaf rose black tea and I made it really strong in a mug, and then I made a milk tea with that because a loose leaf tea has so much flavor to it. I always like take the tea bag out, put it in a mason jar and pour water over it again because I can always get like a second lighter brew out of it. Let's mix that together. A rose blood orange cold brew. Oh, that was a lot of ice. That's what it tastes like. It's not very strong on either things, but it's very pleasant. We can do that orange vinegar thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? You infuse vinegar with the orange peels so it smells good. Oh wow, that one's way more flavorful. So that one is gonna go in the smoothie bag. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with the first one. I just realized I can peel it right into the bag so that all the juice that I accidentally squeeze off of it can just go straight into the bag. Why didn't I think about that? Woo! Cuties are so easy to freaking, what's it called? Peel. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I sure hope I'm doing this right. Look at that. Okay, so we have the oranges that are gonna go in the fridge for snacking. Orange and blood orange question mark that are gonna go in the freezer for smoothies, and I'm gonna flatten them out so they freeze properly, separately. I have these jalapenos that I bought for making pickled jalapenos. I don't think I needed to buy this many, but they were so cheap. They were already kind of soft-ish when I got them. I already have this pickle juice that I used for something, so I'm gonna refill it. Yeah, it's spicy, but it's not insane or anything. It's already like filling up. This is not something that I like need to use, but I have this liquid from pickled jalapenos and I want more pickled jalapenos. So I bought an onion to pickle. Nope, I meant onions. I think I said jalapenos a few times there. Will they be extra purpley pink? Because, oh, I'm crying. And there it is. And now I just have some onion cut up. And then I have these bell peppers that are extremely wrinkly. I bought them for making chili for my controversial foods video and I didn't end up making it in the video. So I just was saving them for when I was doing the part 2 of that video, and then I just have not done the part 2 of that video. So I'm gonna cut them up and freeze them so I don't let them go any longer than this. And then I can just freeze them into, throw them into something to eat them in. Yay, nice. And then that's everything. And my little drinky. What do I want to do about this? It's already getting kind of wrinkly. I'm gonna make some sort of little tofu soup tonight. I could put this in there and just take out most of the seeds. Treat it just like a vegetable, like a green bell pepper. Jalapenos are good for you, right? Ready to go. Drop a few seeds in there. So the reason why I said I was gonna make a soup for dinner, but just like a little soup, was because I had just a little bit of vegetable broth left in the container, in the carton, like just enough for one little serving of soup. So I used my jalapeno that I was gonna pretend was that I'm gonna treat like a bell pepper. I added some shiitake mushrooms that I had that were getting old, and I sauteed those around even though they were really sticking to the bottom of the pot, but that's fine. And I added some sesame oil that I had, but it was actually like a sesame oil blend. I meant to buy, I thought I was buying sesame oil, but no, it was vegetable oil with some sesame oil in it. I added some garlic, I added some tofu, soy sauce, and the vegetable broth. I also added a little bit of the broccoli from the veggie trays, and I just had like half a serving of rice, so I thought this would be a good meal to add it to. I just microwaved it and then popped it on top of my little soup. I put some green onions and sesame seeds just to make it look more like I did something, and it was delicious. It was a nice little like simple comfort food type meal. This would have been like a good like sick meal, you know, because it's just like a bunch of soggy stuff kind of, but like in a good way, you know? Yeah, yummy. I'm gonna make a little iced tea, milk tea. I'm cold now. I have this. I ended up with this. It's not as strong though. I've done this before with like when there was a party and I asked if no one wanted the iced tea and I took it. That one seemed stronger. It was the most popular brand. I can't think of a name. It tastes good. I mean, I never would think to do that because I would just be like, oh, I can make my own tea at home. And yes, it's better if you make like loose leaf tea at home. You can make it really strong and stuff because this stuff's obviously made for making like not milky iced tea. But it's so easy. It feels like such a luxury, and it's actually really good. It looks more milky than it tastes. I swear. It low-key tastes like boba shop milk tea, but the boba shops that don't have as strong of tea. While we're here, this is how the parsley is doing. This one is like basically back to normal. It's just the leaves are yellow and spotted. This one is pretty perky, but the leaves are still pretty like wrinkly, you know? The rest of it is pretty down, but the stems have absorbed, like all of the stems look normal. Like they all absorbed the water. Part of the challenge, you know, not buying things. This is a little bit loud. You know, I'm not supposed to buy things, so that includes like coffee and tea. I have enough coffee and tea already, although I wasn't gonna buy any coffee and tea anyways. So this is one that I've had for years. It's from a holiday pack, but I didn't like this one. But it's actually quite high quality tea. Like you can tell in the tea bag, you can tell. It's like a holiday green tea. I'm more of a black tea person, and if it's green tea, I want like a fruit tea, like a summery green tea, you know, like that's just me. But anyways, I'm gonna have it today. It smells good though. And then I made so much water because I actually was going to make coffee. Instead, we're gonna make a larger batch of rose tea. Loose leaf tea, this company, IT World, sent me this tea. If you like lavender tea or coffee drinks and you've never had rose, I would suggest to try it. It's just another floral flavor. What's the point of having windows if it's still gonna be so dark? Okay, let's turn on the light, I guess. Ugh, it's just horrible and ugly. Google, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Okay, this actually wasn't as much water as I thought it was. It actually doesn't taste like much. It just tastes like tea. Don't crack. Don't crack my jar. So this is for me later, and this is for me in the next few days. And this is for me right now. Okay, don't look in my sink. Don't look in there. Don't look in there. First of all, we have this soy milk, but we don't really have this soy milk, you see, because it's empty. But I'm just gonna put some water in it so I can get the residual soy out. Because I put water in my smoothies anyway, so I might as well have soy water, you know? Yum! Soy water. Again. You guessed it, 1 scoop of protein powder. Walnuts. It's the end of the bag, so they're crummy. I'm trying to stretch my bananas, so this is just gonna be half a banana, and then I'm gonna freeze the rest. Banana. The other half of the banana will be replaced by cauliflower. Just one. maybe 2. And then we're gonna do a fun and fruity smoothie today. So I'm gonna put some of these oranges in there. A little bit of pineapple. And I'm also gonna throw in a few of these too. Very fruity. And hopefully it's pretty color and not just like tan. Pleasant. Lightning and thunder. 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 It is tan. It's good though. Tastes like a nice, creamy, tropical smoothie. It mostly just tastes like pineapple. I don't really taste much orange. A fridge tour. Fridge tour. Let's go through my fridge. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's start with the bottom shelf. It's also unorganized, so I could organize it right now too. My oranges, which I'm considering just freezing, because I kind of want to use them for smoothies. Like I've said before, I don't really eat fruit. Like I don't really eat fresh fruit much. I just like to have smoothies. So like I already have the fresh watermelon to snack on. I already have the fresh grapes to snack on. I don't need any more than that. So I was considering actually freezing the cantaloupe as well. I saw a recipe for a cantaloupe smoothie too. And I'm trying to branch out with my smoothies. My strawberries, aka my blueberries. I think these are still going strong. They look good. We have my cute tomatoes. Gotta make sure I use those. Carrots in a stained bag. A bag stained orange, so you can't tell that it's stained. We have some celery, so I'm good to make a soup. These are my strawberry greens, which I have to figure out what something to do with that. Pickled jalapenos. This is my little bit of onions. I have some bell pepper, so I thought I could make some sort of fajita thing and make some sort of burrito bowl or something. I don't know. Half an avocado. I have about a serving of chickpea salad, a little bit of a cucumber. I also have this tomato, which actually really needs to get used. So, let's keep that in mind, everybody. Some green onion that I cut off because I wanted the roots to grow. This might be a pomelo, which I don't know if I've ever had. It's from this produce box that my mom got. I have some greens. It's not a lot of greens. And that may be the only thing that I actually go and buy during this like challenge, because I'd like to try to eat greens every day and I don't really want to quit that habit right now. Plus like buying like 1 bag of greens is not that much money and I usually know how to stretch them, you know? I use it all. I actually use them all. I know that's like a meme that you never use them all, but I use them all. This is Maple's dog food. How is it if I'm on this side? Oh, that might be better. This is actually the most produce I have had in like so long. So this is the perfect time to do a challenge like this. I have this part of a red bell pepper, a small amount of shiitake mushrooms, which I don't understand how they're still good. They have lasted like forever in here. I'm a little scared. We have some expired vegan butter that honestly I should probably just... I have this salsa. We have actually 2 poppies. This I bought for a video and didn't do it yet. And then this I got because it was on sale at Grocery Outlet. So that's just, I don't know, when I'm desperate to have a treat, I guess. Full thing of tahini. This is actually some pickled tahini that I made. There's not much left in there at all, but maybe I could put something in there and shake it up. Excess pickled jalapeno, pickled onions. Very exciting. I should make some sandwiches maybe. Pickled cucumber, aka pickles. Those are actually kind of old, so I probably should eat. Sun-dried tomatoes. Not that much peanut butter left, which might become a problem, but I'm gonna force myself to be creative until I'm out of all my nut butters and seed butters, because that would be something I would end up going to the grocery store for, is if I don't have any more nut butters and seed butters. I really prefer peanut butter, but I will force myself to do more things with tahini and sunflower seed butter. I actually do like sunflower seed butter, I just prefer peanut butter, but I got that at Grocery Outlet. I don't normally buy it. This little drink, it's a coconut yogurt smoothie from Grocery Outlet. It was like $1. I don't know what I want to do with it, but I have that. This is like almost full. And maybe I should write down when I opened it so that I don't lose track of that, because it's already been a minute. Oatly creamer. This also, it's been a minute, but I'm hoping the sugar in there means it's gonna stay good for a long time. Maple syrup. Oh, this I'm definitely gonna forget about. Looks still great though. We love a cabbage. I have cabbage. Oh my god, it smells so bad. Oh my god, it smells so bad. That's not a sign of anything, right? That's just cabbages being cabbages. Holy shit, that smells so bad. Farts. Farts all around, and I got some... Okay. Well, I don't know if it's better for me to open that up to air it out or just leave it contained. Some broccoli and snap peas, sugar snap peas. I don't remember what are they called. Maybe, yeah, maybe I could do... Oh, it smells so bad. Maybe I could do a stir fry with all this stuff. I have this vegan cream cheese from Trader Joe's that I kept thinking was like, I have to throw it away because it's old, but I realized it actually just says keep refrigerated on it. It doesn't even say like, you know, eat in 7 or 10 days or whatever. It smells and looks exactly the same as when I bought it. The ingredients are just coconut oil, potato starch, chickpea protein, sugar, salt, blah blah blah, lactic acid, citric acid, yeast, gum. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like if vegan butter can last like so long because it's just like oil and starches, you know, this probably lasts like forever too. But I still want to use it, so gotta figure out something to do with vegan cream cheese. These are my grapes. They have been snacked on a bit, but yeah, that's crazy how bad that smelled. It smelled so bad. I have 1 serving of tofu. We have half a red onion. We have running out of space in my produce section. We have these pickled green beans that I low-key feel like are too old now, but you know, it's fine. I actually forgot for a minute that I had this tea. I'm gonna finish this today. And I have a bunch of green apples. In here, this drawer, we have 2 pieces of chow cheese, 5 slices of sourdough bread, 3 English muffins. These are good English muffins, by the way. Trader Joe's, some sharp cheddar, a little bit of mozzarella in here, and then a whole nother mozzarella. Should I have bought these? Maybe not. Oh, I think I bought them for videos. I have some gochujang, cinnamon rolls. This was for the controversial food video as well that I didn't finish making. Unopened firm tofu. And I actually also have heavy whip substitute. I think I also got this at Grocery Outlet. Anything you see that's like vegan fake products, you know, I probably got it from Grocery Outlet. I'm gonna put small things in here so I can not lose them. This tomato, onion. I wasn't gonna show it because it felt kind of cursed, but I just had that bit of chickpea salad left. It wasn't really like enough for a meal. Then I also have this tofu that I really need to use today. Like, it's already kind of old. So I just mixed it into the chickpea salad. Like, you know, egg salad. Tofu is like egg in a way. And it's, now that I already did it, it doesn't seem that weird. It basically just tastes like the chickpea salad, but like watered down, because the tofu is plain, you know. Why have I never thought of doing that? You could do like an egg salad with just like raw tofu. Not raw, but yeah, the tofu is not gonna taste like anything, so it's just gonna taste like whatever else you put in it. It seems like something that like a vegan protein channel would do, you know. And then I was also gonna put some avocado in it and mash that around. Tastes like what it is. I added some salt. It doesn't need more mayonnaise because of the avocado. Then I'm gonna use some mustard and some hot sauce. Yum. It's pretty good. It would be better if I actually like added more of all the other things, but I just don't feel like it. After my little lunch, I just have this much avocado left, and normally I would just throw it all into the lunch, but right now I'm like trying to stretch everything as much as I can, so I'm gonna freeze it so that I don't have to worry about it getting nasty. It's a decent amount. I mean, it's like, I'm just gonna cut it up a little so it's like hopefully defrost quicker. It's like a fun little amount. It's a fun little amount. Guess what? You know, I ran out of bags that I wanted to use, so I just put them in here. I froze my cantaloupe, and we're going to have a cantaloupe smoothie today. Cantaloupe? I was gonna say it sounds like an animal, and I wonder why. I don't know if I should use all of it. It looks like so little in this blender, but it's really not. If we're gonna make a cantaloupe smoothie, cantaloupe. Why am I suddenly speaking like I'm not Californian? If I'm gonna make a cantaloupe smoothie, I'm gonna make a cantaloupe smoothie, do you know what I mean? Realistically, I should not be making it in this thing, or it's the personal cup adapter, so it's like a magic bullet. It's a good product, but it's not great for experimenting with smoothies. It's good for a person who knows exactly what they are gonna put in their smoothie. They're not gonna be experimenting at all, you know? After blending, taking this off, if you're gonna put it back on. If I'm making a smoothie with this whole contraption, that's how the smoothie's gonna be. Do you know what I mean? Some water. In my head, I'm kind of like, I feel like it could be creamy. Like the cantaloupe could be creamy, like a banana, you know? Oh yeah, so I'm putting walnuts in this. It's already getting weird, but this will give me a creamier smoothie, as if I added walnut milk. I wouldn't want to put peanut butter. All I have is tahini and sunflower butter, and I don't know if I want those in here. So I'm gonna add a scoop of protein powder. Let's think about this. I don't know, but I'm gonna add a little bit of sunflower butter. I've been really into sunflower butter lately. I've been putting it on cookies and it's surprisingly very, very good. Okay, maybe like a tablespoon or less. And then I just have to have like fattiness to my smoothies. I'm debating on if I want to put banana because I do want the cantaloupe to be the star of the show, and there's already like a good amount of fruit in. I think I'm gonna put banana. I'm gonna put this much. I'll put this much. You're welcome for the measurements. I'm gonna put a little ice. Very interesting.
Water.
We put everything else in smoothies. Like, you know, why do I think melon is weird? Strange already. That's really interesting. Okay, I'm defeating the purpose of this so that you can like see the texture and stuff. But it's not, it doesn't taste strange to me. It looks a lot more strange than it tastes. It's a weird color. It's a really weird color because of the sunflower butter, I guess. It's like really rich and creamy. It's good. It's good and it doesn't taste weird. I like fruity smoothies, like tropical smoothies or whatever, but like generally I do like a more like nutty or creamy smoothie. I wanted to try this. I didn't really think, I wasn't confident that it would work, you know? Because like I can't imagine like cantaloupe with nuttiness. If anything, like coconut maybe, but it's really yummy. I can't describe it. Believe in things that you don't understand. I think a cantaloupe, coconut, banana smoothie would be also really good. Ooh. Yes, it's so strong. I need to get rid of this creamer. I've had it forever. I don't even want to think about how long I've had it. Ugh. So I have had this microgreens kit in my possession for years and years. I had it at my last apartment, but I think I kept saying like, oh, I'll get to it. There wasn't really like a good spot to put it in that apartment because it's something you want to put like on your kitchen windowsill, you know? Or your kitchen table, whatever. But I didn't have any windows in the kitchen, so yeah, but I do now. I have the perfect kitchen windowsill for growing little microgreens. But is there still life to be created from this kit since it's years old? I don't know. I did some Googling and it didn't really sound promising, but I'm gonna try it anyways because I have it, obviously. Yeah, check back in with me on my next video to see if it did anything. And here's my mint plant. I'm just like taking some cuttings of it to keep it growing strong, killed enough basil plants to know that you actually have to try in order to keep these herbs alive. So I'm doing that. And I haven't really done anything fun with the mint cuttings yet. I think these cuttings, I just put them into some ice water. But it was nice though, like a little minty ice water. This is my parsley, and you know, I'm getting real with myself. Okay, we're getting serious and just accepting that they're just not. Most of them, they're dead, and that's okay. The stems were kind of mushy, even though they looked good, but they were mushy. So now we're down to 2, and you know, you never know. I'm not giving up yet, so yep. And then I have my dill, and I think I was just checking the stems of this one to make sure they were not also mushy, and I took out like one that was yellow, but still going strong on those. Check in with me on my next video to see what's going on. And now we're making some air fryer nachos. Yay! So my friend came over and we wanted to have something like a little fun for dinner. So much fun. So she brought a can of black beans that she had, and I had all these chips, and I also had cheese. I added some seasonings to the beans, and I baked the chips and the cheese and the beans all together. So I thought that the moisture from the beans would like help the cheese melt in the air fryer. Okay, I don't know. And then I had the bright idea to throw together some sort of pico de gallo type thing, because I had those grape tomatoes, and I had some cut up red onion, and I had pickled jalapenos. There's still jalapenos, guys. So I mixed that together. I also had approximately one lemon ice cube in the freezer, so I microwaved that and put that in there, and that felt really wrong. Also, it made the pico stuff like kind of bubble up, which was strange, but it tasted really good. I tried some with the chip and it was good, like a pickly salsa. Obviously there's no cilantro, but that's okay. My friend also came bearing another gift, which was some leftover chipotle guac. So we threw that on there. I also had half of an avocado, so I thought, you know what? Throw it on there as well. And after actually putting it together, I realized I needed way more of the pico, but I was just too lazy and hungry to do that. But I did have some other salsa that we just kind of ate it with on the side, because I didn't want to put the salsa directly on the chips because it would just make it soggy. Also, the cheese kind of like disappeared. It kind of like fused with the chips. So that was interesting, but it tasted good. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you maybe got some motivation to clean something out of your fridge or pantry this week. I'm still doing this challenge. Like, I still haven't actually bought groceries yet, all of March. So there'll be another video like this. But anyways, see you later. Hope you eat something delicious today. 360. When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me. When you're in the party, you're just bumping that beat. When you're in the club, bumping that 666, you're just bumping that. Yum. Delicious. I think I'm gonna save this bottle for watering plants with, because it has like a very good grip. The opening is big enough that it'd be easy to fill up with the sink faucet. And look at this. It's got leaves on it. Okay. And then also, yeah, the grippage. The grippage with the leaves. It's grippage. Okay. Oh, look at that. Easily. Easy. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. This was the first thing that I filmed for this video. No! No! Place where I'm from, West Virginia. Uh-oh. God. This stuff needs to go. Like, it is so old. It's fine. I don't even care. Ignore my hair. I did some cutting myself. So I don't have any bananas. No bananas. I want to make an orange smoothie. I have this frozen orange. Let's start with these because they're not frozen, so they should be on the bottom. Start with a few of those. And then we'll put a few of these. Lots of oranges. A scoop of protein powder. I'm gonna put some tahini. Will I regret this? Potentially. I only have this peanut butter and sun butter, and I could try the sun butter, but this will be a better color. So some ice. I'm gonna put a little bit of this extra creamy oat milk.
Water.
Yes! Genuinely, it is so delicious. It's really good. Tastes like oranges and cream. Oranges and cream, oranges and cream. It's just the very, 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 very slightest bit textured, do you know what I mean? But it's not a problem. Oh, look at that bubble. I have 3 pieces of bread. I'm just gonna have 1 right now. I woke up late today because I had a really hard time sleeping because of a certain issue that I hope gets resolved. Anyways, so I'm gonna have a small lunch so I can have dinner somewhat soon so I can try to get my body back on a normal schedule. Hopefully. Probably not. I have half an avocado. I'm gonna have, look at that. It's been in there for days. Days, I tell you. I guess I'm having tahini twice today, but I'm gonna try to get everything I can out of this. It was an almost empty jar of tahini sauce. And I added pickle juice to it to make a pickle tahini sauce. If you know, you know, I guess. I'm gonna try to get everything I can out of this and put it on the avocado toast. And then also pickled jalapenos. And I just want to check up on my blueberry situation. I literally like keep forgetting about them because I'm not used to I'm not used to eating fresh fruit. I usually just buy like frozen fruit. So I keep forgetting about them. It's been over a week. It's been like 9 days and they're still fine in here. What I really want to do, look at this, basically a full bag of chia seeds. I never freaking use these. I forget about them all the time. How many times in my videos have I said that, like, gosh, I gotta use my chia seeds. I always forget about my chia seeds. But I thought I could make chia pudding and then put my blueberries on it. I'm gonna open this can of coconut milk and do a coconut oat chia pudding because I don't want to use all my oat milk in the chia pudding. Google, how much liquid should I put in my chia pudding?
On the website nourishedbynutrition.com, the perfect ratio of chia pudding is 3 tablespoons of chia seeds to 1 cup of plant-based milk.
I already have a 4th cup in my hand, so I'm just gonna do a 4th cup and then do a little more than a cup of the milk. But this is extra creamy milk, so I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of that plus some. I'm gonna do some water and we'll take a break from that and eat our toast, make our toast. Try to get, ew, some of it's like dried out though. Now we have some lovely stuff on here. We're gonna mix it in with the avocado. Pickled jalapeno. Pickled jalapeno. These are all the weird orange ones that scare me, but Google said it was fine. Back to this, okay. Yum, 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 yum. Some of this now.
Water.
What have I done? I'm gonna put a scoop of protein powder, I guess. I'll do 2. Or like almost 2. I'm scared. It tastes like protein powder. I'm gonna add some water, stir it again. It's okay. We'll dress it up tomorrow. It's fine. I already did this, so that's how it's gonna be. So I said I didn't want to eat much for lunch because I needed to be ready for dinner. But what do you know? I just ate that and it didn't fill me up at all. So I'm still hungry. Some grapes, a date, let me think. An English muffin. I got this out because I was gonna put the coconut milk in here so I can not waste it. Put it in the freezer. Okay, peanut butter on one. And this one will have my date. And then this one is just gonna have butter because that's what I want right now. Snack. Here's my snack. A cutie has entered the room. Cutie has entered the room. Tonight I want to use this because I've had this and that sounds good. And I need something with like leftovers. I'm not gonna do the classic carrots, potatoes, celery, meat. It's gonna be very non-traditional, obviously, using what I have. I have some nasty looking celery. We're gonna use some of that. I also have this really wrinkled tomato that I want to use. I feel like tomato would be good in this. And then I have this bell pepper that, it's not bad. I have a bunch of bell pepper in the freezer, you know, so kind of just want to use this. People put tomato in brown curry, right? Sometimes? Or golden curry, I mean. I know, I've seen it. I forgot about my protein. Shit, you know, garbanzo beans are known for a curry or two. You know what I mean? Maybe not this type of curry, but who says? Who says I can't wear my Converse with my dress? Oh wait, are you supposed to break it before you? Oh, it smells so good. So if I hadn't forgot the chickpeas till the end, I would have kind of like sauteed them with the onions first. I think that would have made it a little better. Obviously, it's not as good as using a more meaty protein in there, but because the curry packet is so good and so flavorful, basically anything you put in there is going to be delicious. And it gave me a lot of good leftovers. So for dessert, we're having some Oreo and milk cereal, Oreo and milk soup, cookies and cream soup. A favorite of mine. I had some Oreos randomly from like Christmas or whatever. Yeah. And then, because I'm triggered, I put all the coffee in mugs. I'm triggered. Trying to use up this freaking creamer. I've definitely been using it for longer than 7 to 10 days, for sure. Ugh. Too sweet. Leftovers. I'm adding some broccoli. There's like too much sauce. Not enough like, stuff. This is so strange. You guys know I love adding some nut butter or seed butter to one of those like stir-fry noodle sauce packets. I had no stir-fry noodle packets to use today, but I did have some fettuccine noodles that I wanted to use, and I didn't have anything else to use them for. So I figured, why don't I try to make some little sauce on my own? So I used some soy sauce and some chili oil, sesame oil, and I added tahini and some of the pasta water to make it creamier. And the sauce was actually really good. My mistake was adding a bunch of green stuff to it to try to make it healthy. I had some cilantro. I also had some green onions that were growing out of an onion that I stuck into some soil. Those were good additions. And then I thought I should add some of my sugar snap peas raw, because I enjoy eating them raw. I thought it would be fine, but it really ruined it. I also added some greens, which were fine. But it's much better with steamed broccoli or cucumber. And for a dessert, I finished off the Oreos with another cookies and cream soup, but this time with the addition of sun butter. Delicious. We're gonna make a smoothie. So I'm gonna use one of these coconut cubes. Who in the world, girls? That's in there. I still have these strawberry greens. I kind of looked up things I could do with them. I don't know. Nothing really like was calling to me. So I'm gonna try to make like a green smoothie with them, because I don't have a lot of greens anyways. I'm about to run out of greens. I'm just gonna start with some, not all of them. I did eat one the other day. It's not bad. It's like a leaf. I'm gonna put a little bit of cauliflower, like one piece. I'm scared. I don't have any banana. We're gonna make kind of a tropical-ish smoothie. And no, I'm not gonna put strawberries in my strawberry greens smoothie, but just because it'll be ugly. I don't know if you've ever mixed red and green before, but okay, so these were actually supposed to go at the bottom, but whatever. There she is. I think those strawberry greens are still gonna make it ugly because they're just really dark colored. I know my smoothies are strange, okay? I'm aware. I'm gonna put some tahini. Just a bit, just a bit. We're gonna try it. You can't even be like, she knows what she's doing. Because I don't. Some water. I'm debating on if I want to put another coconut. Coconut. I should have made these smaller, but this was the only ice cube tray that I had free. But also gonna put a little ice and protein powder. And when you guys see me making a smoothie, you might be like, what the hell? I also think the same thing when I look at my smoothies sometimes. I keep doing weird stuff and it still turns out okay. So I just keep doing weirder stuff. It's fun. Okay, I'm putting more water. What happened? This was supposed to be a strawberry green smoothie. Now what happened? Crazy, spooky, scary, hilarious? Scary, spooky, crazy, hilarious. Something like that. It's gonna be a big smoothie. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Interesting. It's very coconut pineapple. I could taste the orange. I don't taste the greens. I'm a little scared to put more though because then I'm sure that I will. I'm gonna put a little more water. I'm gonna throw in some greens because then at least I'll have like a funner color. Well, they're also going like limp anyways, so I need to eat them. One of my worst smoothies, not one of my worst smoothies, one of my worst smoothies that I've made in the last little while. So much. Wow. Not that it's bad though. I don't know, it's good. It's like a coconut slushy with like a light tropical fruit flavor. Definitely don't taste any greens. I will say though that the cauliflower, I don't taste it and I also don't really smell it, but I kind of feel like when I open the blender initially I smell the cauliflower, but I don't never notice it while I'm actually drinking the smoothie. It's like a fart. It smells like a fart. So maybe it's like a fart, like it just kind of like wafts out of the blender when you open it and then it just kind of dissipates. When I started filming this, I stupidly was not thinking about how the rest of the week from now I'm gonna be going to my parents' house to watch their dog. So that's kind of annoying because that kind of screws up my whole thing. I'm supposed to be using what I have here, but I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna try to bring a lot of stuff that I want to use. I guess this is kind of like cheating for my challenge. I might use some of their stuff because I'll be over there, you know? But maybe that's interesting too. Like grocery shopping at my parents' house before grocery shopping at the store. Do you guys like the top of my fridge? I think it looks cute. Large corporation store that will not be named years ago. Overpriced. Swan from the thrift. Flowers from my grandma's house. And also teapot from my grandma's house, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. It might be from the thrift. I also kind of like rearranged over here too, but anyways. Okay, let's see what we're gonna bring to my parents' house. I'll bring my noodles. Maybe I'll want to do something with them. Bring my curry and rice. I actually made this to be eating this morning, but since I'm having my smoothie now, I'm saving this for my parents' house and I'm gonna add these blueberries to it. I'll add some peanut butter. I'm gonna bring my coffee that I made, my milk. I don't think they have, they might have like a creamer, but I have to use this anyways. It's been open. Maybe I will make some sort of like salad or bowl type dish and use all these greens. I want to use these cuties. I gotta use these cuties. I'll take my avocado, my butt cheek avocado. I'll probably take these veggies, although they might have veggies for me to use, but they're getting kind of old, so. And my tomatoes. I want to make a soup. I have some things. Freaking pickles. They've been in here forever. Cabbage. Cabbage, cabbage. It's not looking so hot. I mean, the outer area. It's starting to look like lettuce. It's like a diss in the community. I actually have this tofu that's been in here for like forever. And you can tell. I had an open tofu and I was gonna leave for a trip, so I just threw the whole thing in here. And I kept saying I'm gonna defrost it and make it but then I never did. I will eat it at their house. I'll like saute it or whatever. And then I also decided I'm gonna take these buns. It's just a pack of little hamburger buns. They're almost like slider sized. I never like eat them fast enough, you know, because like how often do I have burgers? So I just threw them in the freezer. She'll have something at her house. Either chicken nuggets, I can make like a chicken sandwich, or some sort of impossible and I could make burgers. And then also I could use my pickles on it, and I could also use the tomatoes. I might want to take my mayonnaise. I also realized I need to take these like 2 carrots. Okay, 3 carrots. So I'm gonna put some carrots in with the veggies. This feels like nostalgic for my old videos. Oh, that actually looks... Whoa, from the back it was like I was not seeing all the milk I was putting, so it didn't look like that much. I actually found this in their freezer. So I'm just gonna... It needs to go. Like, it needs to go. It's so freezer burnt. She left her Chipotle leftovers that she wants me to eat. It's just beans and corn. And they got some chips. And I'm hungry now. I'm just gonna microwave the cheese with the beans. Oh god, I microwaved it a little bit too much. Look at it. Oh, ew, this is gonna be so cursed. Whatever, I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna put it on. Ew, what did I do? I made some mistakes here on this day. Cursed. It's a corn on corn crime. Let's see. Tomato, that's what I'm missing. Been a while. Here's my breakfast. This is actually very good. I like to not really mix into peanut butter, so it's like, you know, chunks of peanut butter. I wouldn't really do protein powder next time though. Or maybe just less. I found this mysterious maple syrup that's been in there for who knows how long, but it smells absolutely delightful, so I'll say it's fine to use. I'm gonna drizzle some of that. Oh my gosh. But I won't feel blue. Blee blah blue, blee blue. Somewhere in the crowd there's you. Look at that. Why do I have to fill it up so much that I have to struggle? So she has these. So we all know I spoke of my buns previously. We're gonna make a chicken sandwich. There's 1 serving of these. There's 5 nuggets. I might be able to make 2 sandwiches. They smell really good. I feel like I've had these before. I don't remember, but they smell so good. I'm missing my air fryer right now, my little oven, because I hate this when you just want to like bake some chicken nuggets and you have to heat up this giant machine. And this giant tray for these measly little nugs. The components of our sandwich will include my mayonnaise, my pickles. I never buy lettuce, but they always have romaine lettuce. I'm gonna throw some lettuce on there. This is the only normal hot sauce that they have that isn't like chipotle, jalapeno, or something like that. This comically large bottle of hot sauce that my mom bought on a trip. So, Palm Springs, wow, okay. Because it's somewhat like her name, which is Donna. She had to buy this. Flip, 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 flip. Put my buns, put it back. Booter. I was just thinking about Elmo. Randomly I had Elmo's the theme song stuck in my head. I think in my adult life, when I see Elmo, I don't really like think anything. Elmo's just Elmo. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. I always forget because I think Elmo's just become so like almost like Mickey Mouse, but not as hateable. Such a commercial figure. I'm just ripping up the lettuce. Oh yeah. This is too much. Well, I guess I could just make another sandwich tomorrow. Cutting 1 chicken in half. Oh, I don't even know how spicy this is at all. One day, as an adult, I was watching Elmo on YouTube, like an old like Elmo from when I was a kid. And I was like, this is the best. Like I just suddenly all this nostalgia came back to me. Like, oh my gosh, this was like my shit when I was a kid. This was like the most like relaxing, just like calming stuff. Like I loved him. He was like my Bob Ross, my Mr. Rogers. Is that his name? Anyways, I hope I can be. I hope I'm some of your Elmos. Does that make sense? Elmo loves his goldfish. My goldfish is Maple, obviously. My crayons? What's my crayons? My kitchen? This doesn't look as good as I thought it would look, guys. I lost the pickle already. It's pretty good. So now we have another meal where my friend and I get together and combine ingredients that we have to make some sort of meal together. She brought some frozen broccoli, and I keep making the same mistake of thinking that like stir frying it is gonna make it a better texture and get rid of some of the excess like moisture or whatever and make it less soggy. But then I always end up making it more soggy by that. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like I've ended up just realizing that the best way to cook frozen broccoli is to just microwave it for like a few minutes and then throw it on a towel to dry it off and then just plop it on your meal. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's less soggy that way. She also had some canned lentils that I also just kind of stir fried real quick with some seasonings and oil. And then we're making some sort of little creamy, cheesy sauce. We have some coconut milk from the can. I had vegan cream cheese from Trader Joe's that I showed in a previous video. I tried some to make sure it was still good. And I was like, this literally tastes like vegan cheese. Like, why can't we just put this in the cheese sauce, you know? Then some seasonings and cornstarch, and then added those noodles. Oh, these are the leftover noodles that I just showed you some of them. Hopefully you remember that from like 2 minutes ago. And then added back in the green stuff and the lentils, and it doesn't look like the fanciest meal, okay? It feels very reminiscent of my old videos where I was just throwing random shit together. I don't know why I'm acting like that's not still what I do now. But yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, I also added a bunch of lemon. I forgot to, I guess I didn't film that. I don't know. The next day, I had a lar bar because I brought it with me. I had some leftover curry. And this day also, it seems like I'm not eating enough. That's because I think I had a lot of snacks that I didn't film, like random chips from my parents' cupboard. I had an iced coffee, and I had another one of those chicken sandwiches with the leftover chicken nuggets. These were very delicious. And then obviously I was still hungry after that because you can see I have not eaten very much today, and this was my dinner. Then I made some little avocado toast thingies with my pickled tahini and my pickled jalapenos with one of those hamburger buns that I was trying to get rid of. I had some of my kombucha that I make myself. Another thing that I wasn't filming every time I consumed it, you know? And then some of these cookies that have been in my grocery outlet for the longest time. They're gluten-free and vegan, and they're really good. They have a good like crisp on the outside with gooey on the inside feel. Also that day I made some Irish soda bread for a St. Patrick's Day party that my family was having. So I ate some of that for breakfast. I'll show it again, but I didn't film me baking it. I'm sorry. But I also had some oatmeal for breakfast because my parents had minute oats at their house. I added some blueberries that they had that seemed like they needed to go soon, some of the maple syrup, some salt, of course, and some sun butter. And then I was putting together a vegetarian protein to bring also to the St. Patrick's Day party. So I know red onion wouldn't really be the best onion for this, but I'd rather have red onion than no onion, you know? So that's what we're working with. I should have brought my onion from home, but I thought she'd have onions here. Okay, I just microwaved these with some water so they would like be cuttable. I'm gonna cut them gently so I don't just completely squish them. And then I'm gonna saute those first until they're like, you know, wow on them. I'm gonna use butter instead of oil to cook. I'm gonna do bigger chunks. I think I already changed my mind. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. And then this cabbage, I don't want all of it. I just want some. I'll use the rest for something. I just want the flavors in there, you know? I think that's good. And then we have these baby carrots that I want to use. And then I'm gonna add another carrot. I guess these look like they need to go anyways. You know what? I don't know anything at all about Irish cuisine. I realized that when I was supposed to make like a protein for this, I was like, am I supposed to actually make like something Irish, because I don't know anything and I was just gonna use what I could find in the kitchen. But what I did do was I did ask Google what kind of seasonings and herbs Irish people like to use a lot. So I kind of took inspiration from that. She did say Irish people love rosemary. If I have any Irish viewers, let me know. Is that true? I just was like trying to make something quick. I'm just gonna make something that looks good. Okay, I don't know. I have limited options. My parents have a rosemary bush, so I grabbed some of that. And what I can say was it was delicious. It's really just like a stew with some stuff in there. Oh, and I did use caraway seeds because that's like an Irish thing, right? I hope so. Beautiful. I just finished these. They're alright. And then I dumped the crumb on here. I dumped the crumb. Everywhere I look now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Anyways, this is my soda bread. I took home this much. I made a lot. It came out pretty good. I made some mistakes because I tried to make three separate loaves because I wanted them different, and I tried to like separate ingredients 3 ways, which was a really bad idea. It's really good though. It's like every time I think I mess it up, and I probably do, but it's still good. I'm gonna have some raisin ones for breakfast. To be honest with you, I don't know what to have for breakfast. Well, I could have oatmeal again, but I don't really feel like it. But I really like, it makes me really want to make like more iterations of soda bread. It's so easy to make. And every time I say soda bread, I think of R.I.P. Joe Biden. Soda! So, I want to make like cinnamon raisin soda bread or like other flavors. Yeah, everyone should try soda bread. It's fun. It's like cake if cake were bread. But that makes it sound like it's like sweeter than it is. Sometimes you just gotta bread and butter. You just gotta bread and butter, you know? I had some leftovers of my St. Patrick's Day stew, which I had with my leftover rice. And I mean, this stuff was absolutely delicious. Like, I would definitely make this again, whether it's Irish at all or not. They had some poppies left over from like a party, I think, so I've been drinking them. Just by the way, I don't actually like the grape one. I don't like grape flavor, but I know no one else is gonna drink it, so I'm doing it. I actually don't like it, but I don't hate it. Last meal of the video, we're making a tofu stir fry with that old tofu that was in the freezer forever. It's very spongy, which I think some people wouldn't like. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite texture of tofu, but it does absorb sauce really well. So we're using the veggies that we have, plus 1 carrot from my parents' house. I get to finish up the cabbage tonight. Woo! I put all the tofu in the pan and don't touch it for like a good 5+ minutes on medium, just until it's like browned sufficiently. And then I turn over each one individually to make sure they all get the opposite side browned. And then I just kind of stir it up and then set it to the side. And then I do my veggies in order of how fast or long they take to cook. And then I push them all to the side and put the tofu back in the middle so I can put the sauce like directly on the tofu. It's like I want to be able to taste the veggies. The veggies don't need as much sauce on them, but the tofu needs the sauce. You know what I mean? And I finished off my leftover rice, and this was delicious. It was a very simple stir fry. I was like finishing and uploading a video this night, so I kind of just wanted like a quick meal, but I really needed to use this stuff up. And that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this one. I feel like I haven't done a what I eat in a week, like everything I eat in a week type video in a long time. I always have a hard time filming these because I literally just forget to film things all the time. It's hard for me to like remember, but I think I did pretty good in this video. There was just several like little chips or little poppy beverages that I stole from my parents' house, stuff like that is like I don't really want to show you like each time I eat a chip. Like I don't think you guys really need to see that. All right, so my first grocery haul of March since my no groceries challenge. It's the 19th and I have not bought groceries all month. To be honest, I did buy a few groceries, and let me explain Let me explain. I hate when TikTokers do that. I bought some vegan sausages because my friends were doing like a brunch thing. I wanted to bring a vegan protein option. I mean, I have some things I could use, but they're significantly expired. Not expired that I won't still eat them, but I don't really want to serve that to people, okay? I bought a carton of oat milk to make soda bread for my family's like St. Patrick's Day party because I literally just didn't have any milk. Other than those, this is my first haul. Wasn't going to like end the challenge yet. I was like, oh, I want to really plan what I'm gonna get. But then I ended up at Trader Joe's. Oh, I just stumbled into Trader Joe's and I tried to on the spot think about, because I'm very aware of what I have in my kitchen right now because of this. So I did try to buy groceries just to expand on what I already have. The challenge may be over, but I know I have some stuff that I need to use. First thing on the list, very, very exciting. We have some refried beans. I want to make burritos. I have cilantro, avocado, I have some salsa, red onion. Oh, I have bell pepper in the freezer. Oh, I bought the oat brown sugar creamer. I was trying to like make my own milks, but honestly at this point it's like I just don't even have anything to make milk with. Like I don't have any oats, I don't have any nuts. Although I do kind of want to try to make like sunflower seed milk with my sun butter or sesame milk with my tahini. But anyways, this thing is only $1.99. I don't like their oat milk, but this is good and very cheap. Oh, I bought some tofu, super firm, high protein, organic tofu. This tofu is a little bit more expensive than like the other tofus that aren't, what is it, super firm, but you get more substance out of it. I actually do have some tofu right now already, like a partial container, but I just always eat tofu. I can always find a use for tofu. So I got some sage. I've been trying to build an herb garden in my kitchen, and sage was one of the herbs that like all the videos where they're like top 10 herbs that you can regrow in your kitchen or whatever. I do really like sage. It seems like a pretty good selection of it. I got frozen hash browns, not the iconic ones, these ones for my burrito. A basil plant. The last time I bought this, I killed it. Well, to be fair, it like molded in just a few days. With these plants, they really put them together so that you just, oh my god, I think it's already moldy. It's literally already moldy. So is it really my fault? That's what I'm saying. People buy these at the grocery store and then they die and then they think like, oh, I don't have a green thumb, you know? I just can't keep herbs alive. Dude, they set you up for failure. I literally got this last night and there's mold in it. The mold doesn't mean that your plant is like dead or anything. It just means that you need to like make some changes. So I'm going to quickly do something with this so it will actually live. The biggest tortillas they had for my burritos, a bag of limes. Well, I'd been wanting to get some anyways, but also for the burritos, 7 bananas. I am very glad that I was forced to live without bananas for my smoothies and be creative and make banana-less smoothies, but I still like using bananas. It's like the cheapest fruit. I got baby carrots. I just love to have carrots in the house. I will grab a carrot every once in a while just to like, I don't know, freshen my breath or something. I also give Maple a lot of carrots or pieces of carrots, so I do like having the baby carrots. I originally bought these for sandwiches because I wanted to do some sandwiches this week. I might also use them in my burritos. 1 jalapeno. Well, don't tell anyone, but I think I stole this garlic. They did not charge me for this garlic, but here it is in my hands, in my possession. I split a bag of teeny baby tiny avocados with my friends, so I have 3 avocados. That is everything. So I think I did really good with keeping to just what I have a specific use for. Like I said, this challenge has made me very, very aware of what I have in the kitchen, and this whole trip was only $30.62 minus the dog food, dog treats. It was $26.62. So, okay, so like I said, I wanted to get started with the basil plant right away. I watched a lot of basil videos on YouTube, and very important thing to do is to prune your plant. As you can see, it can like barely even hold itself up at the moment with how many leaves are on these skinny little stems. Most of the videos that I saw said to cut it down to the second set of leaves from the base, if that makes sense. You lose a lot of your plant, but it's better in the long run for healthier, bushier growth. Okay, and you get a bunch of leaves out of it to use for cooking and also for propagating to make more plants if you wish to do that. But it does kind of take a while to like recover from all this change, so just know, because I kept thinking like, oh my god, I killed it. Like I feel like it should be growing faster than this, but it makes sense. Like I'm doing a bunch. And look away now if you don't want to see a small bug, because there was a bug in there, but it's fine. I put it outside. Anyways, it was extremely root bound, so it was actually harder than I thought to like separate it out. So I left some of the smaller clumps together. I wanted to put it in this big white pot. I thought it would be really cute, and I liked the idea of just one big basil plant. I don't know if it was a bad idea or not, but I felt like it was a bad idea down the road. I just got scared, so I moved it to 2 separate pots. Also, I was potting it with like just a little bit of soil that I had. It was like old soil, and reusing the soil from the moldy plant that I bought. So when I repotted it, I bought new soil. They're doing good now. They look healthy. They're just, they took their time, okay? But yeah, you'll get an update maybe in the next video. In the meantime, how to propagate sage. Sanitize again. Let's get the best ones. That one has a flower on it. Do you see that? You probably don't want the ones with the flowers. Wow, it's just like mostly, this is all one. Oh my gosh, it smells so freaking good. Oh no, Google has a section for shorter videos now. They have videos and they have shorter videos. No. Okay, so we want newer growth, tender growth. Be sure the stem has at least 1 or 2 leaf nodes. Okay, so it looks like this. I guess I'm just gonna rip off all these leaves. Sorry. I don't know about the flower thing, but I just think you shouldn't use ones with flowers because that means they're like at the end of their cycle when they flower. We have many nodes on this one. You can see it's like their little elbows, you know what I'm saying? Diagonal cut. There's my second one. It's fun. They remind me of bunny ears. So I'm just cutting it there. So now we have 4 cuttings. And I'm using filtered water. So that's gonna go on the windowsill. Look at this harvest. If I kill my plant, whatever, at least I got this. I'm wondering if I should like propagate some of these in case I kill my plant. Or to give to my mom. Yay, we're a family. Okay. I feel like I have to film this because I know this is gonna be an interesting meal. I have stuff now because I went grocery shopping, but like I bought it for making specific things, so I don't want to use it yet. So then I'm kind of limited. So now I'm kind of like, what the heck do I eat? Like I'm having that moment right now. So this is what I've come up with. First we will toast up some tofu, and I know this is not the ideal mechanism for frying up some tofu. And then these tomatoes, which I put in here like 2 or 3 weeks ago after I did a vinegar solution. It's in another video. I'll link it, I guess. And there's still like no signs of mold, and they're just completely, they're not even wrinkly yet, just good as new. So anyways, I'm gonna stick these in there, half of these in there. Maybe I'll also try to like chop some onion into it. And then I'm also gonna do some greens. So we'll have like a little tofu, onion, tomato, greens stir fry. For our carb, this is where we're a little bit strange today. I have so much instant mashed potatoes. I really like when you really don't know what to eat, basically sauteing up a protein and some veggies, and then putting that on top of either mashed potatoes or a potato or sweet potato, whatever. So we're gonna use this because I don't have a lot of carbs right now. I already had a lot of bread today. I don't feel like making rice, so we're gonna do this. On top of that, as our like fat and condiment, I'm gonna use this half of an avocado, and then this tahini that I have. Tahini sauce, not just tahini. It's tahini sauce. This is probably strange, but I'm okay with that. So this may not be the proper way to make instant mashed potatoes. It's probably also not the best way to make them either. It's definitely not the best way to make them, but it's a way that you can make them. They will resemble mashed potatoes for sure, for certain. I just do it straight in the bowl. I add some hot water. I add a little bit of seasonings if I'm feeling fancy. You can add milk if you want, if you have it. I did not have it, so I just added some vegan butter, and yeah. Once I found out that you could just do this straight in the bowl and then eat it, that was a good day. And now I'm assembling my meal. I know that it looks really lovely. Thank you. I know it looks random, but it's literally gonna be so good. The only thing I could say is that it's obviously on the soft side, but at this moment, that is not bothering me. There's definitely some texture. I'm gonna make a smoothie. I have this little bit of mint. It's kind of like wilted from when I trimmed my plant the other day. It's not very much, but people were commenting that I need to do something with pineapple mint. This is not a lot of mint, but it'll do something. I actually think I'm gonna put it in after the liquid, just so it doesn't get like stuck under the blades, maybe. And put some water. And it's gonna be a creamy smoothie. We'll find out. So we have a little bit of mint. I'm gonna do one of my coconut cubes that I froze the other day from some leftover coconut milk. Hopefully it's not too like heavy duty. I should have made these smaller, but these are also like partially coconut. It was just like the end of the can, I think. I just put some water in it, mixed it up. This is all the pineapple I have, but I feel like whenever I put pineapple in a smoothie, the pineapple flavor comes out more than the other fruits. I'm gonna put one big piece of cauliflower. I am trying to add more veggies to my smoothies these days. And then I also want to finish up these oranges. It's not a lot. So it'd be like orange, pineapple, mint. I think that would be really good. And some of these are Cara oranges or Cara oranges. I'm not really sure how to say that. We finished 2 bags, a scoop of protein powder. Not a lot, but some tahini for some fattiness. I usually add some sort of nut or seed thing to my smoothie. I guess there's coconut, but you know. A little more water. Ha ha ha. Weird. Stupid window. Giving me so much light. If it were the summer, I would have made a, not that I can't make anything that I want at any time, but I would have made a pineapple mint green tea. I feel like that would be really good. I don't know. What's wrong with me? I can eat green tea right now. Like I'm literally having like a coconut pineapple smoothie. Why can't I have green tea? That's fun. Tastes like a coconut pineapple mint smoothie. It's good. I'm like becoming invincible with my smoothies. I feel like I can make anything. People suggesting pineapple mint. Braid breeze. I'm ewing. Anyways, the people suggesting, hey, Nishiyama daddy. I have been literally like off of Instagram and TikTok for weeks and I'm still like this. This is really good. So the people suggesting pineapple mint, you might have been meaning like not a creamy smoothie, but I don't know. I just make if I'm gonna go through the effort of making a smoothie, it's gonna be my meal. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna make a smoothie as like part of the meal or like as a snack or whatever. It's like the smoothie that's it, you know? And that's it. So I have all this basil, still looking okay, but it's starting to get freakish. Smells amazing. And what is the first thing you think of when you think of basil? Maybe you might think pesto, but I don't have any nuts at all. I don't have any nuts, but I do have seeds. Seeds are having a moment in my kitchen. I have flax seeds, chia seeds, I have sunflower seed butter, I have tahini, which is sesame seed butter. Actually, I also have sesame seeds. So out of those 4 seeds, I thought tahini sounded the most appealing, like a pesto tahini sauce. When you make a tahini sauce, you know, you add lemon, salt, garlic to it, not unlike a pesto. Okay, 2 cups basil leaves. I just rinsed it in that little thing. I'm okay with it being kind of wet. I'm basically making a pesto for pasta. I'm gonna use this pasta because I need to use it up and I don't have any other like protein to add to this meal. So the water's boiling right now. I'm gonna fill up another cup. I still have like a good amount in here. I'm almost out of olive oil. Lemon juice. Oh, garlic. Salt. Pepper. I'm gonna put nutritional yeast similar to the amount of Parmesan. Maybe actually like half as much. Okay, so it's a half cup of pine nuts. I'm gonna do a 1/3 cup of the tahini first. I almost don't know if I want it even that much. I'm gonna do a little less than a third cup. Also kind of want to add just some regular grains too. I'm gonna add a handful. I actually saved some of the pasta water, even though it's not gluten pasta, so I don't know if it would really do anything. I'll put a little. So it definitely smells like pesto. It definitely didn't need that much water for blending. I could have gotten away with less. It's quite saucy. It tastes like a pesto tahini. It tastes halfway between a pesto and a tahini sauce. I like it. They're actually chickpea and red lentils, but you know, sometimes they are like really weak, you know? Cook them all the way and then they're like falling apart. They have good structure. They definitely taste like a bean noodle, you know? We're gonna pour the sauce over them. And then I'm gonna add more water to the blender to get more out. Right, yeah. Yum, and then health. I need this for my thumbnail. Sourdough from my aunt. She said she's gonna give me a starter. So then if she does, you will see that. I will make, obviously, content. If you remember from a previous video, I had some dill cuttings in water. 2 of them did root, while the other ones just slowly got mushy and I threw them away. These are the 2 that rooted, obviously. I'm potting them and in this tiny little pot and they look really adorable. They still look pretty similar. I think they did grow a little bit more leaves though, and I'm cutting these back as well. I don't know if I did too much. I don't know if they're just too weak to begin with, but yeah, I haven't had much growth on them, but they're still alive, I can say that. So I don't have any milk right now. I've been making these coffees, iced coffees, with just that brown sugar oat milk creamer from Trader Joe's. And they're good. I kind of want the smoothie to be like a little bit creamier, a little bit milkier. Did I say smoothie? I kind of want the coffee to be a little bit milkier, but it's already like sweet enough, you know? So I kind of want some milk. And I thought, what do I have right now that could be used for milk? I have some tahini, I have some sunflower butter. I do want to try those, although I have no reason to like get rid of those. Not that I really have reason to get rid of this either, but it's just like a very full bag. And I realized they sell flax milk. Like, I've seen it. But then I watched some videos of people making flax milk and it low-key, like in every video, looks watery. But maybe it just looks watery and it tastes not so watery. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna do a small amount. Honestly, just because it would be nice to know if I like it. So the ratio of this recipe that I'm seeing is 1/3 cup flaxseed milk to 3 cups water. So that's 9 times the amount, 1 to 9. So I'm gonna do 3 we're just gonna, whatever. 3 tablespoons of flax seed. And then 9 tablespoons of water. My fear is that it'll be like slimy, you know, because flax seeds obviously make like a gel. We know this. She says to only blend for 10. Why is your car so loud? She says to only blend for 10 to 15 seconds. Wait a minute, that's not enough water at all. I mean, is it? That looks like nothing. What? Hold on, I just realized. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna blend it for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, this is gonna be like nothing. What? Wait, if I get a cup of water. No, I did something wrong, but I don't understand. All right. What the hell did I just do? I'm just putting more water. This was a mistake. We'll try again another time. But for now, we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm curious. Dude, no. 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 There's just something coming out though. This is so dumb. It's barely even milking. Ew. It's so slimy. Well, it looks very creamy. Okay, it looks very creamy. It's kind of a weird gray-brown color. No. Okay. It's like, it wouldn't be a good milk. Too, like jelly, not jelly, jelly, but it seems like it would be a good addition to another milk to thicken it. It's like thick, it tastes like thick water. It tastes like thick seed water. Strange. And I know I'm not doing it right, so I'm not like, you know, mad at flax milk as a concept. Look at what I've dirtied. This is why I don't even try. And is that defeat? Yeah. Should I make some sesame milk? What? This is the recipe from The Full Helping. I'm not necessarily trying to be like, oh, let's find the new milk for me, you know, like, ew. Yeah, the good thing about the nut butter tack is that you don't have to strain it at all. It looks like milk. It smells like tahini. It's very watery. I'm sure it'd be better cold. Tahini probably needs a lot more sweetener than the other ones. A little bit of maple sriracha. It's been a while since I said that. I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add some vanilla. I think I'm also just gonna add a little bit more tahini. It would be nice to know like what kind of milk is easy to make and I actually like and taste good or whatever, so then say if I ever like run out of milk and I want to make a coffee or have cereal or something, like what can I make milk out of that I already have in the kitchen often? I don't know about this. If I try it in my coffee, probably gonna be good because the coffee is too strong. Looks like milk. I actually like that in the coffee, which makes sense because it's kind of like bitter. It looks so creamy. That's really good actually. I don't know if I would want the tahini milk with the coffee, like just those two things. I can taste the like velvety like fattiness that it added and the bitter kind of nutty flavor balances with this very sweet and strong coffee. But yeah, I'm really happy that I figured this out about the tahini because it's genuinely really good. I am gonna make a smoothie. Ooh. I'm gonna use some of this flaxseed in here. Flaxseed's actually like a popular thing for people to add to their smoothies. It always kind of sounded gross to me because the only time I use flaxseed really is in flax eggs, you know. Love them. Love flax eggs. They're great. I'm just imagining the smoothie having that gel-like consistency and I'm like, ew, that sounds so bad. I kind of thought it was like something that people use for health benefits, but they don't actually like it in the smoothies. Like spinach, like it makes your smoothie objectively worse, but like you do it because of healthiness. But then like this one food guy that I like that I would trust his opinion, he was talking about it like it was the best. He was like, flax seeds, they make your smoothies like, I don't remember what he said, but he made it sound like it was good. I thought people just used it because it was healthy. Like I didn't know they actually like it in there. So anyways, I feel like doing cinnamon today. I'm gonna add some salt, water.
Water.
I actually have blueberries, so. And that's my smoothie. That was actually a lot of flaxseed that I added, so I'll really find out how I feel about flaxseed in a smoothie. What the hell? That's so sweet. It's almost like too sweet. I'm so confused. Okay. What? I think it's because I haven't been making smoothies with bananas. The smoothie has a really good consistency. Am I like, this is such a good day. It started with such a failure, but now I'm finding things out. Like there's something decadent about it. This is already dirty with coconut, so coconut. I'm just gonna make some flax cubes. These are 3 proteins that I've had in my cupboards that I just pretend aren't there. Some things I want to make today. I have some Vital Wheat gluten and some TVP. This one is quite expired. This one is very expired. I didn't realize how expired it was. It smells fine. It smells... I haven't really used TVP in a long time, obviously, and I haven't sniffed it in a long time. So at first I was like worried it could be stale, but I soaked some in a jar just to be able to taste it. And it didn't taste stale. And they're obviously still very like crispy. You know, there's no like moisture exposure in here. If you don't know what TVP is, it's soy protein. They make these little dehydrated chunks with it, and you can use it as a ground beef alternative, although it doesn't have any flavor, obviously. I haven't used TVP that much, honestly. In the past, it'd be like the instructions would be like to soak it in water till it hydrates and then use that in your recipe. Now I just looked at some YouTube videos and an account, Mexican Made Meatless, I think, boiled it with like half an onion and garlic and broth powder in there and stuff, which makes a lot more sense. Like that would make it more flavorful to begin with, and then you also use it in your recipe that probably has like a sauce to it and stuff. So I basically want to like boil all of this, flavor it all, whatever I don't use, put it in the freezer so it's like ready to use. The Vital Wheat gluten, I also want to kind of like use it all and just like in a prep way. If you don't know what Vital Wheat gluten is, it's what they make seitan out of, which is a fake vegan meat. So this is soy protein, this is wheat protein. A lot of vegan meat actually uses both soy and wheat protein. So I just want to make a basic recipe and then cut it up and then freeze those pieces. And then I also have mung beans that have been in there forever. Okay, so here we're making the seitan, and I think I was a little overconfident, overly chill, because the times that I made it in the past, which were like years ago, I feel like I was just like messing around and it came out really good. So I was like, whatever, you know? Yeah, so it's not really whatever. I'm just not a fake meat maker, okay? I enjoy a fake meat every once in a while, faux meat, if you will, but usually I just want to leave it to the professionals. You know what I mean? Also, I was trying to do that knot thing where you make it in a knot. I think I just added too much water to the seitan. I think that was the problem, and we'll see more about it later on. But yeah, because it's like I never really want vegan meat that bad, like enough to go through all this. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it again, because I would, and it is cheaper in the long run if it's something that you like to make, you know? But I'm like, you know, I love beans, I love tofu, I love nuts, I love seeds, I love those. I don't know that I need this in my life. I wasn't filming? Okay. Well, I put all the, what's it called? TVP. It was in the sink in the colander for a while. I flattened it out in this bag like this so I can freeze it. Probably could have put it into 2 bags. Maybe I should. Yeah, just flattening it out and then I'm gonna freeze it. I don't know. I would love to not follow directions and then just find out, you know what I mean? It's more fun. But you do come up with things that are wrong sometimes. So it came out with like a weird chewy gummy consistency, which was interesting. The words that came to mind were meat mochi, and I'm not joking. But I was like snacking on it as I was ripping it apart. I'm not even gonna lie, it like wasn't bad. Like I kind of liked it. It was like a savory gluten mochi, and obviously it smelled good because Maple came into the room and she doesn't usually sit in the kitchen while I make stuff. Only if it just smells really enticing, I guess. But yeah, I ripped it into small pieces so that I could air fry it because I thought that if anything, that's gonna do it, you know? And I think it did. It did. Okay, so we cooked them in the air fryer, and I didn't like flip them or anything, but I did like turn the thing around and I moved it up and down. Well, what the hell? It's so crunchy. You know what? I don't know what I did today on this day. But the bottom of them was definitely a completely different texture than the top. Honestly, I don't mind them at all. They taste delicious. How meaty are they? How like chicken are they? I don't know. But honestly, I don't really care. I don't need everything to be just like meat or just like whatever. Like, you know, it's like, it's okay. But I'm just saying, if you want it to be like very chicken shreddy, you know, maybe follow the directions. So now I put it back in and I did flip them over. They're gonna be like really crunchy, maybe kind of dry or whatever, but like I'm sure if I stir fried them with like a sauce or something. But okay, do you see, like they're kind of, I don't know if maybe I put too much flour in them or something. Oh my god, they're so crispy. I'm gonna be honest, they kind of taste like bread. A meaty bread, for sure. What the hell? Let's dip it in a barbecue. It's not bad. Yeah. 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 I feel a little bit like a fake vegan for like not knowing how to make vital wheat gluten seitan. I don't know, I just like I don't really eat like fake meat all that much in general. Most of the time I eat other things. Like I eat tofu, I eat beans, seeds and nuts and all that stuff, you know? This is cheaper, it's easier. I feel like I mostly have like fake meat when I like eat out or just occasionally like buying it from the store, you know, like buying chicken nuggets or something. All right, as I said in the grocery haul, I wanted to make burritos to freeze and microwave because I love that. We're gonna do it mostly in my little air fryer oven thing because I feel like that's cool. I mean, you know, plus I'm gonna be doing fresh ingredients right now while I cook these, so then I can be kind of like hands-free on that while we have our meat, our TVP, we have some TVP here. It's pretty frozen solid. I should have spaced it out more. I really packed it in there. Ooh, I regret this now. No. I have had this forever. It's a bunch of little seasoning mixes. They're just really specific, so I think I don't think about them. And then when I do think about them, it's not the right time. This one's Mexican adobo. You know, not that I'm necessarily using it in the proper way, but it smells amazing. So I don't see why not. It smells so freaking good. What's this? Should I just microwave it? Should I have microwaved it? In the past, I would just get their hash browns. Like their hash browns, you know what I mean? And maybe I regret doing that. Then you get these like really good chunks, whereas this is kind of plain. Looks like cheese, it looks like cheese. Oh no, this is a mistake. What am I doing? Yay! Put that on there. So appetizing. I'm not gonna do much for these. Just adding some salt. And I'm gonna add some olive oil to them. I'm gonna put those in the air fryer. Just look away. Just look away. I wish to make a pico plus avocado. I know it's existed in the world before. I don't know what it's called. I want the avocados like ready to use, but I don't want to just like make guacamole, you know? Like I feel like that will just go bad really quickly. When I've had avocado already cut up, and then some pico, and then mix them together with extra lime, and then the avocado stays good for a while because it's like with all those acidic things. Just trying to be really, really gentle about not just losing all the juice completely. Jalapeno. I'm gonna stir it up, I guess. Not my best work, but that's okay. Basically, I want to have something like fresh to go with these that I can just like top on it each day that I have them. It smells so good. Oh, my avocados. Yeah, I love this. I may have to add another lime. I wish I had chips so bad. What do I have to dip? Nothing? Alright, so you have some microwaved bean, which some may not like that I did that. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see if I can remember how to roll a burrito. Let's throw some on there. And then this isn't quite done, but just for my own, like, because I'm hungry. Some salsa. Right now, since I'm eating it fresh, I'm gonna add a little bit of greens. I guess that's it. I kind of feel like I'm forgetting something. Maybe it's the cheese. Oh, I don't remember how to do this. Maybe like, oh yeah, fold these in. And then, oh, and then we need more bean glue. The bean is the glue, do you get it? Plop some of this on there. Yeah. It doesn't taste super like meaty. I'm sure I could do better with the TVP. I'm just not really worried about it. It kind of just tastes like a bean and potato burrito with just a little more texture to it. If you have any tips for your favorite TVP tips, hacks, recipes, let me know, because I'll try harder next time, but this is perfectly enjoyable. So when I said I felt like I was forgetting something, the thing that I was forgetting was the frozen bell peppers. I was gonna put frozen bell peppers in it, or I was gonna cook them, but I mean, I was gonna put bell peppers in it, and that would have made them look more appetizing and be more fun, but it's okay. Also, I ended up choosing to put the cheese in after it, so I opened them all up and put some cheese in there. And this is me freezing them like that, and then after they froze, I moved them to a container. British. British. I just microwaved 2 burritos. When I've eaten them for lunch, I eat like 1, and then when I eat them for dinner, I eat 2 because I usually eat a bigger dinner. My pico guac. It looks nasty now. The lighting is so bad. It isn't nasty. It still smells great, tastes good. Even the little chunks of avocado are like still not even brown yet because of all the lime in here and salt. There's just like a lot of liquid and it looks gross. And now it's like a weird guac. I've been microwaving the burritos for 2-ish minutes because I just want to make sure everything is warm in there and that the vegan cheese actually is melting. I like a little crisp. This is like ginormous. I like a little crisped on there, so I'm drizzling some oil and then I just kind of like rub it on it. Yeah. And then put it in the air fryer. The burritos on their own leave a bit to be desired. The TVP on its own leaves a bit to be desired. Really, it'd be easier to just buy soy rizo because they sell it in so many stores and it's like affordable and it's already super flavorful and stuff. I would probably rather just do that. Anyways, these have been really easy meals that I have really appreciated making for myself. I just realized if you cut your avocado like this in half, you can just store it in a lid like this, flat, so no air will get in. I just don't like a soggy burrito, so. And then I cut them in half so they can cool down faster. Put it on there. It also helps it cool down. Ow! Yep. Ow. So, I'm gonna make a soup so I can use up these broths from the seitan. And speaking of the seitan, I'm gonna put some seitan in the soup. I have some carrots and celery, onion. Hopefully use up this garlic and herb thing as like bouillon. And then I also have bouillon. I'm gonna add this rice to it, this wild rice. I can add some sage. I may also add some of the bell pepper, the frozen bell pepper. So I started with the seitan. I was trying to get a better texture to it, less gummy. And then it was just immediately sticking to the pans. So I started adding the veggies because I thought maybe the moisture from those would like help it move along, and it was not working. So then I was picking them out individually and putting them in a different pan that was more non-stick. That was not working either. So I gave up and used the air fryer again. The air fryer really is the only thing that gets these from not being gummy, which is fine. Next time I'll obviously follow the directions better, but just so you know, if you ever make seitan and it comes out gummy like mine, the air fryer makes it edible. But the soup was actually really good. I really like the fresh sage in there. I was happy I got to use up a lot of stuff. It also felt like it was extra flavorful because it was like double infused basically. Like I was adding all the flavors while I was making the seitan and then adding a bunch more flavor to the broth while I'm making the soup. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking around to the end. And I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a great rest of your day and eat something delicious today. See you later.